Hello, and thank you for joining me for your Christmas Day reading. So this reading is for Saturday, December 25th. Angels and Spirit Guides, what messages do we have for the collective? Angels and Spirit Guides, messages for the collective for Saturday, December the 25th. Angels and Spirit Guides, what messages do we have for the collective? Angels and Spirit Guides, divine messages and guidance for the collective. Angels and Spirit Guides with divine guidance. Okay. Let's get started. So your first card out there is Authority Figures from the Past Life Oracle. We see this magical spirit essence around the gavel. Maybe you were a judge, or authority figures played some significant role in your past lives. Maybe you were a judge or a clergy or a lawyer. Maybe your destiny, like previous lives, were determined by judgments, legal judgments. And then we have Celtic. So this card looks to be a gravestone, so you may feel very much connected to Celtic images, symbology. You may have felt this pull of recognition of these symbols from the time you were a child. It's like your soul was reaching back into that previous lifetimes to get that information. You may feel like really drawn to wear Celtic jewelry or to visit countries like where the Celts used to live. I believe it's Ireland. And then we have vows, or Ireland is at least one country. So this looks to me like two nuns. So you may have been a nun in a previous lifetime, or a very like a spiritual, very much religiously connected, like looks like they're both wearing some sort of habit thing on their heads, and they both carrying candles. So you may have made some religious vows in previous lifetimes, or been very religiously devout. So we have orphan. So you may have felt that you were an orphan in this lifetime, even though you may have physically had your parents, you may have been emotionally, spiritually, mentally orphaned. You may have felt very much alone as a child in this lifetime. You may very much resonate with this orphan type energy, this solitary energy. This may be, you may have been orphaned in a past life, and you may be just experiencing sort of like the echoes of that energy in this lifetime, or that you very much can relate to this feeling of being alone and abandoned. So then we have your purpose is joy. You can see this bunny here is leaping through the air with some ribbons on. Looks like he's maybe going to a party. He's got his crown on. There's party hat. So maybe you wear a crown in some arena of life. Your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. That is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion. All worthy, but your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It's about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are, and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. So I feel that this next upcoming year, you're going to be very much learning how to do that. Love yourself at the deepest level. And celebrate who you truly are. And being happy, feeling like this, the yellow color really speaks to like the solar plexus chakra. So you're really embracing your confidence, and perhaps you feel like you have a divine mission even. And you've really embraced this mission confidently. This lots of yellow here in this card. And then we have invite your fears to tea. So we see the heart there on the tea tag and like the flowers. So you may feel led to purchase flowers at the store or buy flowers if you are lucky enough to live in a climate where flowers are growing right now. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea, offer them a cookie, and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. So Spirit is asking you to be with your fears. Sit and listen to sort of what comes out of that conversation, so that it's, you know, once you know, it's much easier to face, right? So then we have you can't please everyone. I love this card. They're all the horses are looking at that zebra because that zebra is unique. When you're focused on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness, but you have beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit or get approval. Instead, dump the need to please and just be your magnificent self. So I used to have this. I used to shrink to fit to people in my life, you know, because they would be freaked out or intimidated by my gifts or skills or talents or abilities. And then one day, I don't know, everything changed, and I just decided that I wasn't going to shrink to fit anymore. And if people didn't like it, that was too bad for them. And they could go on their merry little way. And that's that was the game changer, you know? Like, once I said, okay, I'm not going to live my life for anyone else anymore, that changed everything. It just changed everything. So I stopped shrinking to fit. So don't shrink to fit in or get approval. So you don't need to fit in. If you look different, say different, like look how different that zebra is compared to all the other horses. But you know what? That's his way. That's the zebra's magical coat or whatever. Like, you know, and they're supposed to be different. They're supposed to stand out from the others. Okay, so that's the message, this card. You're supposed to stand out from the others. Don't try to make yourself fit into those horses. You clearly don't. So why even bother trying? Okay, so then we have compassion for all. I love this card. It's like all these different forest creatures will come together. It's like they're all, you know, hanging out or having like a little creature forest party. Compassion is the beating heart of all spiritual practices. The peace you seek comes from the peace you create. Extend your compassion to all beings today, including yourself. Everyone benefits when you are kind. May all beings be happy and free. I think it's so important for people to feel happy and free. You know, if you go down the street and you notice the expression on people's faces, most people are not happy. And you can tell just by looking at them. You know, it just takes a little bit of perception. So, I mean, extend those, you know, kindnesses. Especially, like, you don't know what other people are going through. So just be nice. You know, that person could be having a severe health problems, or they may have just come out of a, you know, some really crappy relationship issues. Like, and everybody has these things, these cycles in life that they have to deal with, right? So just be nice. Don't be a jerk. And things work out better for you. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched, you know, any Disney movies, but the light side always wins. You know what I mean? So why don't you why don't you play on the winning team instead of the losing team? Okay, you know what I mean. And then we have celebrate your love. We see this couple here out. They look to be enjoying each other's company very much. Dancing under these colorful patio lanterns. We see like this yellow solar plexus chakra color there in the background, taking up most of the card. When we cherish our beloved, the bond grows stronger. We create deeper levels of trust, intimacy, and friendship. It's all too easy to get comfortable and put your relationship on cruise control. So spice it up instead. Do something special and spontaneous. And if you're currently looking for your soulmate, take yourself out for a fun date. The happier and more connected you are to yourself, the more attractive you will be to others. And you know what? You never know. You may meet your special person when you're out on this date by yourself, if you're not partnered up right now. And then we have trust your intuition with this big beautiful butterfly on this card, which speaks to transformative energy, right? Butterflies start off life as a caterpillar and then they completely transform into this winged creature that is able to take flight. So I feel that that message is for you, that you've taken flight, you've come out of that caterpillar stage of your life, and now you've taken flight. And we see the sun there in the background. It's kind of hidden in the trees, but it's there. Okay, so this says, trust your intuition. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods. Ask yourself what you need and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. And then we have be present with this beautiful dragonfly. Be sure to look up dragonfly. There will be additional messages for you there. After the reading, your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now, in this moment. Today is the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give it your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. So notice the two flowers on there. So Spirit is telling you to take time to smell the flowers, both like literally and figuratively. So you may want to go and purchase some flowers and put them on a desk or keep them by where you'll see them every day for the next week or whatever. To be present in your conversations and your social interactions with others. Like, put down the phone, you know what I mean? Like, don't be texting somebody else while your friend or significant other is talking to you, because not only is it rude, like, it just looks like you're not paying attention to the person that's speaking to you. It makes that person feel disrespected. I know, because it's happened to me where I've been in a work meeting or whatever, talking to somebody, and then all of a sudden they'll pull out their phone and start texting someone, and it's like, really? Is this really happening? We're having this conversation, then suddenly you feel the need to start talking to somebody else? I don't know. It's just really weird and disrespectful, and I don't recommend it. So be present with the person that you're speaking with, you know? So then we have gossip dims your glow. Speaking poorly about others tarnishes your energy and your reputation, so avoid bonding over complaints and feeling superior. Human beings weren't designed to be perfect, and this includes you. Instead, raise your vibration by engaging in positive communication. Celebrate what does work and who is awesome. The more you do this, the more radiant you will become. So, Spirit asking you to be cognizant of negative energy. You may feel compelled to tell other people in your environment, and instead of doing that you should be focusing on people's positive traits that they bring to the interactions. And then we have elevate your energy. So it looks like this person is it almost looks like those hearts are balloons and she's gonna float away on them. Almost. And then what is that on her head? A red bird? Some red bird on her head. That's kind of interesting, but okay. Elevate your energy. So it looks like she's, I don't know, on a farm or yeah, it looks like a farm. There's a distinct tree line, which to me is a separating property line. So maybe you've thought about, maybe you've always wanted to own a farm. Maybe it's your dream to own a farm. And you feel that would just really elevate your energy. Your thoughts are vibrations that attract positive or negative energy. Notice your current emotional state. Clear any negativity through conversation, movement, breathwork, prayer, meditation, and so on. Then guide your thoughts back to love and abundant possibilities. When you elevate your energy, you attract abundance, health, and prosperity into your life. So Spirit asking you to be aware of where your energy is at and to consciously try to elevate your vibration. And then we have accept compliments with this beautiful mermaid here admiring herself in this shell. So these seashells, they, or it's a clam, I guess, they produce pearls, right? So you may be really into pearls. You may really fancy pearl jewelry. You may have had a long strand of pearls when you were younger, like a teenager. The next time someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. Don't shrug it off, play it down, or reject the gift. You'll be denying yourself and the giver the opportunity to share in a moment of gratitude and love. Exercise your self-esteem and soak it in, superstar. Think of compliments as little confidence-building soul vitamins. You are worthy of praise. So some people have a difficult time accepting compliments. If you're one of these people, just smile and say thank you. Don't get all uptight or make a weird speech. Okay, then we have forgiveness, and we can see these two doves here. So this is from the past life deck. So forgiveness may be a very big theme for you in this lifetime. You may have had to deal with some very harsh negative energies, especially from your childhood. This has required you to really exercise your forgiveness in order to exercise those demons, so to speak. You may have had to forgive others for past life trauma that they've done to you in past lives. So doves are like a symbol of God, or like the symbol of like the Holy Spirit. You may feel very connected like spiritually to like God and like the angels and like the angelic realm. You may feel how you may have seen doves in your environment in like the last year. You've probably seen them like flying around like by where you live. You've probably seen them also in a pair, as this card depicts them. Okay, then we have unrequited love. So you may have experienced unrequited love in a previous lifetime. This may be a lesson that you're dealing with in this lifetime. You may have had strong feelings and really cared for someone who you felt did not return that love and kind to you. There may be like this tinge of like sadness and kind of like trust issues that come along with this unrequited love. You may feel anxious or uneasy to trust people in love situations because of how you've been treated in the past. And then we have spirituality and religion. So we have what looks to be a Bible open here and a candle going. So you may have been a preacher or just very much into like religion, very much into organized religion, like reading the Bible and doing Bible studies and stuff like that in previous lifetimes. Maybe you even had a period in this life where you went through this sort of like spiritual enlightening, if you will, like with the candle there, where you read the Bible a whole lot, or you read the Bible several times through while you were going through this spiritual phase. You may have like attended churches and met people that were into that same religion. Then we have wars and battles. So you've fought a lot of wars and battles. You've been a soldier in a previous lifetime. You may have some lingering kind of foggy memory of it, or you had a dream about it that you remembered when you woke up, and it was that you were like a soldier in a previous lifetime. This lifetime has been pretty rocky for you too. You've definitely fought your share of battles, psychic battles, emotional, intellectual battles in this lifetime as well. But this card speaks to actual physical battles in the past that you've participated in. So we have persecution and inquisition. So you may be aware of, may have felt that you lived through this period, or you may have memories or kind of flashbacks or like dream sequences where you see yourself in this period clothing, or you just know that you're in this period and sequence of, like, it's like a movie in your mind, like you see these sequence of events like happening to you in like a dream. So I feel you could have been very much on the persecution side of this Inquisition. Because it's like that word is like really being highlighted to me. The persecution word is really like jumping out at me. Okay, and then we have share your gifts, and we can see the photos here in the background. You may be talented to take photos. You may be a videographer, or you may have Instagram talent. We see that Polaroid camera. Share your gifts. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talented inner muse. Nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. So let me pull a trinket. So we have what looks to be those old style masks that they used to wear like over their eyes. So like a masquerade, someone's wearing a mask. You may have become acutely aware of someone's mask in the last 3 months. Their mask may not have only like slipped off, but like come off. That mask came off completely. We're going to put that on Unrequited Love. You saw something in someone that you can now not unsee. You can't pretend like you didn't see that thing that happened, or that thing that they did or said or whatever it is. The mask came off. There, she's wearing it. Okay, anyways, and then we have the dress. So you may be talented designer. You may like to design clothes, maybe make patterns for craft items. You may like to do sewing or DIYs, or you just may be very cheap and you like to make your own stuff. Or you may actually like to enjoy to wear dresses. They're not my favorite, but some people really enjoy wearing them. So I'm going to put that on accept compliments. So those are your messages. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And thank you so very much for watching, and you have a happy holiday and a wonderful day.